Hey there folks, Tom Moore here, your local Halifax Realtor. Today we're doing a video for the sellers. What are some renovations, small and large, that you can do to help increase the value of your home? Now obviously right now the market is incredibly hot. We're in blind bidding. So at the end of the day, right now where we've got some houses going 100,000 plus over ask, this may not make as much of a difference. But again, ask your realtor, see what they think. It depends on the state of your house. And these are some good starting points in terms of, what are some projects you can do that are going to help increase the value of your home. Okay, so number one, we got outdoor structures. Now, I don't mean every outdoor structure. I'm talking specifically fences, decks. These are certain aspects of a home that a buyer can see visibly when they show up to your house and say, okay, I can picture myself this helping my living situation. A fence, it obviously kind of draws out the boundaries of your property, great for kids, pets, whatever it may be, and also adds that privacy aspect. So it really, when buyers come to your house and they see a new fence or a nice fence, it adds to your curb appeal, right? The other side is decks. Obviously here in Canada, where we're stuck inside for half the year, it's pretty awesome to be able to get outside and have barbecue, a couple drinks on the back deck. This is, and adds, you can host people there, right? So again, adds to kind of that curb appeal when you've got buyers coming over. If there's a new deck, this is something that will help. On the other side, pools in Canada, yeah, it's awesome in the summer, but the data shows that it doesn't really help, especially out on the East Coast as much, where you've got tons of lakes and oceans out here that people can go, quick 20-minute rip to. So those are kind of some little outdoor structures that can help increase the value of your property. Number two, bathrooms. Obviously, people spend a decent amount of time in the bathroom. So, if you've got an outdated bathroom, this is an area that would be worth looking into in terms of what it's going to do to add to the value of your property. Again, ask your realtor, see what they think, do a little research, see how much it would cost. Obviously, a toilet and a sink is going to be different than the entire bathroom with shower, bath, whatever it may be. So definitely worth looking into. Number three, windows. Again, up in Canada, where we have the winter, this can play a huge factor. If you've got people coming through your house and they feel a draft in the window, they're going to immediately start thinking about, oh my God, what is this going to do for the heating costs of my house in the middle of winter? So really something to kind of look at. These usually pay dividends these pay dividends when selling your house. And, a buyer that comes in, sees brand spanking new windows is going to think, okay, well, I don't have to deal with that for a while. So again, windows is another kind of good spot to put some money into. Attic insulation, again, keeping that heat in. You don't want, your roof to act as a skylight, basically, where you've got, the heat just ripping through the top. Now, obviously, during showings, buyers aren't exactly crawling in the roof, but if it's something that you can add to the listing cut or the little description, then that also can act as something that's going to really put the buyer's mind at ease in terms of heating costs in the winter. Number five, we have the roof itself. One of the first things I do when I'm taking buyers to a house is I take a peek at the roof outside, because this is going to be a huge expenditure. Roofs usually are good for 20, 25 years. And if a buyer, or a seller, I should say, has taken the time to redo that roof recently, that is a big dollar saving item that, the buyer's not going to have to deal with in terms of time, but also in terms of money down the road, right? So that's something to really take a look at too. If you got an old roof, a good buyer's agent is going to point that out to their buyer. Maybe the buyer just says, I don't want to deal with that. So yeah. Number six, a newer topic is smart home tech. What do we mean by this? Security systems, cameras, the Ring doorbells, temperature control, or the automatic temperature control. The list kind of goes on and on. If you have more of this tech in your home right now, with kind of the new caliber of tech savvy buyer moving into the marketplace, these are people who grew up with smartphones, technology that was just kind of always around. So it makes sense for that to be in the house. Again, this is something you should probably ask your realtor about, see what they think. But this is something that, security is something to put a young family's mind at ease, and it's something to really look into for yourself. Number 7, basement. So if I've got a house that I'm looking to buy and it's got a finished basement, that's just more space for me, right? Whether it's having a bit of a man cave for myself down there, or a playroom for kids, or whatever it may be. If the house is using all of its space, then that's going to add to the value, versus if there's a completely unfinished basement down there. It's something that I'm going to look at as a buyer and think, okay, I've either got to spend the money to deal with this, or spend the time, or whatever it may be. So if the basement's already finished, that's probably going to add to your value significantly. Finally, the kitchen. This is another place like the bathroom where people spend a lot of time, right? People, when they walk into the house, when they're viewing the house, they want to envision themselves in that kitchen, see if they're going to be able to operate in there and make when they're cooking food, whatever it may be. The kitchen is one of the focal points of a house, so having this redone is really going to kind of help with your bottom price tag, right? So rather than the buyer, again, coming in thinking they have to do it, maybe spend the extra money, whatever it is, this is another aspect to really check out. All right, I'm Tom Moore, your local Halifax Realtor. If you got any more ideas for these videos, please message me. Other than that, have a great day.